G'day folks, we have got an absolute cracker for you. We are dialing in a massive impact driver comparison.
That's right, 8 brands, all Australian, the best impact drivers on the market.
Yep.
Trying them on different batteries, different tests.
Yes.
Got big coach bolts like M12s, long bugle bits.
Yep, bit of finesse.
Yeah, some Phillips heads and square drive screws. We're going to get straight into it right now.
Okay, our first test is 4 bugle screws, 150mm long, going down into the edge of a treated pine sleeper. This is a pretty tough test for an impact driver because we haven't done a pre-drill.
Yeah, 100%. This is something we reckon that people do daily. No one pre-drills every single hole, so this is a good test for it, I think. You'll notice on the bottom right there that there's a certain red colour that seems to be running away with this one.
Yeah. You know, landscapers putting together garden beds, that sort of stuff, into a big sleeper. This is pretty common for some guys.
Yeah.
Just wanted to also mention that unfortunately the Metabo unit that was sent to us had a fault in its power mode. So the footage you're seeing now is actually the second unit, and that's why the footage looks slightly different to the others as well. So this one's going well now on the second unit.
Yeah, while you were speaking about that little annoyance, Milwaukee at 36 seconds out of control, and the HiKoki at 55 seconds.
Yeah, Dewalt not too far behind at 1:02, and Makita just behind that as well.
Yeah, certainly chasing the tail up really well. You can see our German guys are certainly not hitting the fast pace again.
No, AEG's done reasonably well,
Yep.
although 300 Newton meters on the box.
Yep.
It doesn't seem to be showing up in real life just yet.
Hasn't quite matched up to its hype, I don't think, at this stage.
No, but the 3 German brands here, all round about 1:30.
Bang, 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 right at the end. Alrighty, so this test, this is 10 by 100mm bugle screws straight into a triple stack of pine studs. We reckon this is an all-day, everyday banger test, so it's a pretty cool one to see the results of.
Yeah, and we just want to take this opportunity as well to thank our major sponsor, Total Tools, who are making this video possible.
At Total Tools, we're the experts in tools for tradies. If you've got the job, we've got the tool. We won't be beaten on low prices. Total Tools, low prices on every tool, for every trade, guaranteed.
Alright, during the ad, Milwaukee's just smashed down about 5 or 6 bugles. It's down to its last one right now. And geez, just put them down in 43 seconds.
That's a pasting, isn't it?
Absolutely. Looks like HiKoki's going to come in second again. Putting down its last one now, 55 seconds, and Makita just behind. Dewalt's done pretty well. Dewalt won our power category a couple of years ago with this same driver.
Yeah, it smashed it last time. It's certainly behind the 8 ball a little bit now. Alrighty, so you'll notice there the Hilti straight up in behind the Dewalt at 1:08, and then the Metabo at 1:12, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's good to see. AEG following up at 1:20. And the Bosch is going to be a little bit behind that. If you're worried about some of these brands coming last on the power test, don't worry. There is more to come. We are not only looking at power in this comparison.
Yeah, definitely got more to come for precision.
Yep, and also comfort and other things.
Yep.
Alright, our last power test is smashing down 200mm coach bolts, 12mm in diameter, down into the edge of a treated pine sleeper, and what we've done is we've just given a little 5mm pre-drill, which only probably gets the first 50mm of the hole.
Yeah.
So it gets it started, gets it straight, but this is a really tough test, and what the idea of this test is actually to see how its low down torque is when you're just asking it to go hard. It's not about speed, it's about pure grunt at the bottom.
Yeah, some people are going to say it's a ridiculous test, but it's not. It shows exactly what Dwayno's talking about, and there's a couple of these that really shine. You want to throw in a couple of big coach screws to join up some sleepers or the likes, or through LVLs. This thing's just going to smash it. You'll notice pretty quick you're dropping them down.
Yeah, incredibly. We didn't think any would go down flush, but the Milwaukee's actually driven them all the way.
Yeah.
And the others sort of ranging between 30 and 50 mostly. I've just sped up the second screw for the Metabo because it was taking a long time and we need to keep things moving.
Alright, so you've seen all the footage of the power testing.
Yep.
So I'm just going to tell you what those scores are now. we decided to give it a score out of 10.
Yep.
The weighting. And the Milwaukee, it won every test by a long way.
Yeah, it's a little scary actually.
Yeah.
I'm worried that there's no self-control in that thing. We'll wait for it to blow up because it is just a brute and doesn't know when to stop. But we've reviewed it before and we've punched this thing and it's cool.
It just keeps going. So that got a score out of 10, and all the other scores are as a ratio to that because it had the fastest times.
Yep.
The rest are by comparison. So you have scores ranging from 5.2 with the Bosch.
Yep.
Up to the 10 of the Milwaukee.
Yeah.
No one's coming close to it.
Yep.
So that's the fact that that's in the field is kind of making the others look a bit drab.
Yeah, so the 5s that we've got a couple that are in the 5s. It's probably not super bad.
Yep.
They're certainly well below that.
Sure.
But there is plenty more to come.
The HiKoki is clear second.
Yep.
Nearly a score of 8. Really powerful.
Yeah, really nice.
All right, before we get on to the other scoring categories, we just want to chat about batteries for a second. We tried to standardise this test with 5 amp hour batteries. It's not perfect. The Hiltis run 5.2.
Yep.
And the Metabo is also on 5.2.
Yes.
There are also some voltage things going on. The HiKoki is actually a 36 volt unit.
Yep, it changes it.
And the Hilti is a 22 volt unit. For the most part, though, they're all very similar batteries running the old school sort of 5 amp hour tech.
Yeah.
But we did... a lot of these brands do have bigger, beefier, higher output kind of batteries.
Yep. Yep, and high output slims as well.
That's true.
So it does depend. Everyone's going to have a different idea. All these brands trying to outsmart each other with stuff.
And there were a few small differences when you went to slim batteries or very high output big batteries.
Yep.
And we just thought we'd chuck them up on the screen now for you to have a look at if you're interested.
Yeah, absolutely. Take what you want out of that.
Not all these tools are best with the 5 amp hour battery.
Yeah.
Metabo actually sent us their 4 because they said there is no difference in power output between a 4, a 5.2, or even their big 5.5
Yep.
on the impact driver. So please use it with a 4.
Yes.
Now, I kind of wanted to do that for them, but we knew that people would scream that if we didn't use similar batteries. So we used our 5.2 that we've got.
Yep.
But they're going to sell you that in a kit with the 4 amp hour batteries.
Yes.
Because that's what's best suited to that tool.
There's a couple of other things that we haven't scored, which we have in the past.
Sure.
Runtime is one. Runtime on impact drivers. I mean, you're going to grow a beard before you run out of a battery here on an impact driver.
Yeah.
They're not grinders, so runtime really not an issue. You're never going to run out of a battery before the next one's charged. The other thing is charging time. They all charge so fast now. We're not getting down to the 32 minutes, 29.5 minutes. Not interested.
Yeah, because you're never going to go too fast for your charger, really.
No, absolutely.
A couple of other things we haven't scored are price
Yep.
and warranty. And that they're basically just in the too hard basket for us.
Yeah.
We just don't care enough to do the work for you. Go look it up where you are locally. The prices are going to vary.
Yeah.
The warranties vary, and the actual terms and conditions of the warranties vary.
Yeah.
You have to sign up for some and not for others.
Yeah.
Just do your own research. We just can't be stuffed.
Not necessarily 100% true, it can't be stuffed. It is very involved, and no matter what we say, it is going to be different. Like you said,
True.
Everywhere. So something else that we did, which I don't think we've done before in an impact driver test, you'll notice that we've put up some plasterboard. It's got some furring channel behind it.
Yep.
So what we wanted to try and do is talk about precision, and we rated precision the same as power, which was a bit of a discussion between us as to is that right. We actually do think it's right, because not everybody's running bugle screws, coach screws all day.
No, they're not.
Some guys are doing the 40mm, 50mm screws regularly, and you'll want to know if you've got a nice trigger and some good modes to work with all day, every day.
Working with faster, switchboards, assembly work. There are lots of things where you want precision with a Phillips head bit rather than monster power.
100%.
Now, what we've done is we've scored it out of 10, and Metabo's taken the cake for us because of their multi-speed dial at the bottom.
Yeah, which seems really old school compared to, let's say, AEG, who's got, I don't know, about 15 modes on it. The Makita the same with their little switchboards here. That seems old school, but we both said after using it multiple times that it just allows really good control.
It does. You can dial in any task you want, just how you want it.
So you got self-tap mode all the way, and then all the way up to 10, and then a power mode, but a really sweet trigger.
Yes.
The trigger is sublime on that.
It's really nice. Yep. HiKoki is also a really beautiful unit.
Yep.
Not quite as fancy. It's got its, I think, 3 modes and then self-tap mode and maybe a power mode as well or something.
Yep.
But a really precise unit.
Yep.
So is the Makita.
Yes.
Partly the Makita because it's got all these different modes for different tasks, and it lays it out in the manual exactly what they're for.
Yeah, the manual is actually very good because I had to go to a manual. I don't go to manuals easy, but you do need to because this little board down here, man, is there some options. Yep. One good thing I just want to quickly touch on, Makita has a little button here.
Yep.
After you set yourself your favourite modes, you can flick between two of those favourite modes really easy.
Yeah,
and I love that.
Yeah.
AEG's also got the same big board, so you have got heaps of different modes. Not quite as easy to swap between them.
And not quite as precise a tool.
Yep.
So you've sort of got the AEG and the Bosch and the Hilti in the middle of the pack.
Yep.
The American brands, they chase, Dewalt and Milwaukee chase power.
Yep.
They're in a constant arms race against each other.
Yeah.
And they usually win those.
Yep.
But they're not precise tools.
No, they're not. And there's going to be people out there right now go, what, I can do all day, every day in the plaster, run on this thing. That's okay, because that's where the skill comes into it.
Right.
But it's nowhere near as nice on the trigger as what the Metabo or the HiKoki are.
That's right.
Just not.
No. I mean, for instance, Dewalt's First Speed I found beautiful for assembly work with some like IKEA kind of furniture.
Yep.
Because you couldn't overdrive it.
No, it clutches out spot on.
But it wasn't enough to drive a screw through plaster into pine.
Yep.
And second, was kind of fast and I had to be really careful.
Yep.
So it didn't allow me to get that sort of fine-tuned task.
Sure.
It was quite easy to destroy the plaster with it. And Milwaukee's the same. You just don't have that control.
No, you definitely don't.
The trigger doesn't, it doesn't stop the tool as fast and doesn't have the same, just the same.
Well, it's not that same
fine adjustment ramp up.
Yep, that nice ramp up. It's a bit jumpy.
It is. That's why they got low scores.
Yep. So the next one we've got, we call it comfort, but it encompasses quite a few different things. Comfort comes down to weight, comes down to size, comes down to noise, and just how it feels.
Yeah.
And all of those, we've done a rating of 5. If you want to up that, you want to double it to 10, that's okay. That's why Dwayno does all the business on the screen, so you can change this up. We really think there's a few differences here.
Yeah.
And the winner of the comfort is
Makita for the 5.
Yep.
There's nothing you can say about that that's not enjoyable.
Yep.
It's light, it's tiny,
Yep.
it's comfortable. There's no qualms with it. That's how you get a 5.
Yep.
There are a couple who got 4, like the Dewalt and HiKoki, which are comfortable units. Not quite as small, not quite as light, but very handy. And the Dewalt has a single hand bit, like the AEG, which I like. Some people like. Mike doesn't care about.
Do not care.
The Milwaukee should have been vying for a 5.
It should have. And look, Dwayno and I, we play devil's advocate against each other deliberately. We don't ever want to be just sort of, suckers for, I didn't like that and he goes with me. We chew this through a lot, but this Milwaukee, it's got me and pinched me, give me a blood blister down the bottom here multiple times.
Yep.
You didn't like it. When you depress the trigger actually goes too far into the clamshell and your finger can actually pinch in the bottom and it's actually a sharp edge.
It is sharp.
This is not the first time we've noted it.
Nope.
And I love this. It's on my workbench over there as my main impact driver next to the Makita. But I can't rate it for that in comfort. It sucks.
3 generations of fuel impact drivers.
Yep.
It's still the same. We've noted it every time we've reviewed those, and it's still not fixed, and we're getting a bit pissy about it.
Well, it's tiny. It's got so much grunt. It should be better than what it is in comfort.
It should.
Really sorry about it. It just doesn't rate.
That's right. A couple in the middle of the pack. Bosch and AEG lagging the field with a 2 out of 5 because they're big.
Yep.
They're bulky.
Yep.
They're heavy.
Yep.
And they're loud.
Yeah, that in particular, the Bosch, we've noted it before, it is loud. This is pretty loud. I think that's worse.
Yeah, I actually had to turn off the Bosch audio in the split screen section because it was fuzzing.
Yeah.
The microphone was actually giving static because of how loud that was.
Yeah, so the loud there, this one just needs some shaving. It just feels and holds a bit too big, I think.
It is a bit.
But the noise is also a bit of an issue there.
It is.
Alrighty, so we come to the pointy-ish end.
Yes.
Out of 25, which is the ratings that we've given, we've basically got on 21 the Makita and the HiKoki.
Yep.
And then 18, is it? 17?
19.
19, so close. 19, we've got the Metabo that runs it up.
Yep.
What we want you guys to do is have a look at the power, the comfort, the precision, and change those numbers if you really don't believe that we've given it justice. If comfort is worth twice what we've given it, then change those numbers now.
Yeah, double them.
Yep, that's okay, and that'll give you your subtotal.
If you've only ever got a coach bolt being driven or a bugle bit in your thing, drop the precision.
Yeah.
Totally, and just rank it out of power.
100%.
That's fine for you. We're giving you the data so you can make that decision.
Yep.
You can halve and double them as you like.
Yep.
But we've got those subtotals. They're the weightings that we think are most important as a more rounded kind of, you know, we kind of do a lot of handyman stuff. We kind of do a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Now, we often have done bonus points in the past for comparisons.
Yep.
And this time we've opted not to. We're going to let you guys decide what your own bonus points should be.
Yep.
Because it's a bit too much effort for not enough payoff for us in that sort of realm. Things that you want to think about are the warranty. Hilti have 20 years.
Yep.
It's a pretty damn good warranty compared to anyone else. Mike noted before, we've got the Bosch with a 1/2-inch socket on the outside.
Yep. Huge.
That's stinking handy.
Yeah. If you like the modes with all the panels at the front, but you want to be able to change it single-handedly, which I think is a cracker on a Makita, for me, that's a bonus point and a half straight away.
Absolutely. We don't have the one-key version of Milwaukee here, but if you're going to get the one-key version, maybe that's worth some bonus points.
Yeah.
Do what you reckon is best.
Yep.
We are just going to stick with the subtotals.
Yes.
And now we're going to tell you our personal preferences that we want to own in our own sheds. Yep. All right, so in terms of preferences, I'm really just going to go with what the scorecard says because none of the bonusy kind of things that you'll find on these tools are enough to sway me away from them.
Okay.
So for me, Makita and HiKoki, and I can't split them.
Right.
I was going to go with the HiKoki because it's a little more powerful.
Yep.
But then I noticed that it only has the single light, and the Makita has 2, and I like having surrounding light on my impact drivers, so I'm going to give them equal
It
top
comes down to a single LED. All this work, and you're going to squabble over an LED.
Fine. No. Anyway, those are my top 2. What about you?
All right. I struggled to get to a top 2. So I've got a top 3, but I then do have a clear top 1, which sounds really weird.
It does, yeah.
Yep. Okay, so top 3, right here. I've got these 3 here. I really like these. They're all slightly different. The reason why I say a top 3, I can't leave that out because the raw grunt on it is just phenomenal. You can't just chuck the baby out with the bathwater. But I can't legitimately sit there and say that's going to be a 1 or 2 for me. Sure. Because of the trigger issue.
Yeah.
It really aggravates the daylight out of me. So between these two, that is a silky unit to use. The HiKoki is just sublime.
Yeah.
What I'm going to say is, even though I get aggravated over lots of controls and different modes, the fact that I have that at my fingertips, but can also change it with that single flick of a button there.
The toggle at the top?
Yep, toggle at the top. That tips me over the edge after it's already super small, super light, got great lights, and I love the comfort and the handle of it.
Yep.
So I'm going to go there. All of these tools are going to do the jobs for just about anything out there.
Right.
It's a matter of how and then some preferences. We're only talking impact drivers right now.
That's right.
So I'm pinging that straight up.
So 1 Makita, 2 HiKoki, and 3 Milwaukee for you.
Yep. Yep.
I am less interested in what Mike has to say and more interested in what you have to say.
That is always the case.
Please head down in the comments and give us a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I want to see thousands of responses on this.
Yep.
What are your top 3 impact drivers in this comparison? What and if you want to, why? Why are you going for those? And which of the bonus point kind of things would you give and rate?
It's important for us to get that feedback as well. We can have all the great test and data in the world.
Yeah.
We've got an idea of what we think, but we genuinely want to know what you guys... We engage heavily with you guys here on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook because we want to see and hear what you guys are on about.
Absolutely. So if you want to see more and hear more from us, jump over to Facebook and Instagram and like us there because then you can get to see a bit more regular stuff from us. But otherwise, comment on the video and please hit subscribe. Help us to get bigger and better.
Share the daylights out of it. So thanks again to the companies all here and Total Tools for making this one happen. We have had some fun.
And also to Australian Hardware Journal, if you want to go and have a look at an article in full form.
Yep.
See all the tables and everything.
Yep.
Head over there. See you guys.
Cheers.
Wait.
You motherfucker! Oh, get your finger caught. My other finger. Of my other hand. In the top. Oh!
You're looking at the manual for the wrench.
Yeah, idiot.
Yeah, dork.